Hey everyone. I made a video for you to show you how to play the Oregon Trail computer game. It is a game that was super popular back when I was probably about your age. You're going to kind of be surprised when you see it in the sense of the graphics definitely look like they're, 35, 40 years old at this point. But it's still a lot of fun to play it. One of the hard parts of playing the game at first, at least for someone your age, is that it does not maneuver like any of your video games that you would have today. Everything is completely keyboard based. So everything that you do, you have to enter, either through numbers or space bars or arrow keys or whatever. So that is how you control everything in the game. So it takes a little bit to get used to, but I think the video will help. You have it linked into your Google Classroom. I already have it pulled up on my screen here, so I'm going to share my screen. And when I do so, here is the game. So if you notice right here, it says the Oregon Trail game, and it's by Mech. You're going to hit the power button, and it's going to take just a short period of time to download here for you. And so once it starts coming up here, everything is going to be through this first screen. All the stuff down below is just, kind of the credits and all. But it's starting out here at the beginning. It says you may travel the trail, learn about the trail, see the Oregon Top 10, turn sound off, all those kinds of things. So it's kind of like your settings there. So I'm going to choose to travel the trail. I actually have to physically enter the 1. You can see down there it says, what is your choice? And when I put in that 1, I need to hit enter, and it'll take me to the next thing. It says many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon. You may, and then it gives information about being a banker, being a carpenter, being a farmer. So it's up to you then to choose what kind of job it is that you want to have. I'm not going to tell you what the best one to have is. You kind of have to figure that out for yourself. You can get some research for that by clicking number 4, where it says find out the differences between these choices. I'm just going to randomly pick one for right now because I mainly want to show you how to play it today. So I'm going to pick 2. What is the first name of the wagon leader? All right, so that you would have to type in, hit enter. And what are the first names of the 4 other party members that you have with you? So that could be friends, siblings, whoever it is that you want to take along. I'm just going to randomly pick some names there. And then once I have all my family in there, I can hit enter. It'll ask you if it's correct or not. Now, when it says, is it correct? You have to either enter yes or no. It says it's 1848. Your jumping off place from Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave. Again, there is benefits and bad things that can happen depending on which choice you make. It says number 6 there, you can ask for advice. I'm not going to tell you which one to pick. You have to figure that out for yourself. I'm just going to randomly pick one. Okay. And now it says we are leaving Independence. You should buy equipment and supplies. You have $800 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. I would highly recommend you don't spend it all now. You're going to need some of that money for later on. Press spacebar to continue. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. Okay. It starts you out here, and it's going to run you through a series of questions and asking you how much you want to buy. You're going to have to figure this part out. You're going to have to figure out how much and how, how many oxen and how many boxes of bullets and all that you need to take with you. I'm just going to randomly pick some things to kind of get through it here. So you're going to Oregon. I can fix you up with what you need: a team of oxen to pull your wagon, clothing for both summer and winter. Press spacebar. Plenty of food, ammunition, spare parts for your wagon. Now, for each one of these things that you're doing here, it says, what their number is. So 1 is oxen, 2 is food, 3 is clothing, 4 is ammunition, 5 is spare parts. Down a little bit lower, it shows you how much your bill is, how much you still have to spend. But then it also says which item would you like to buy. So I'm going to start out with 1, oxen. Okay. There are 2 oxen in a yoke. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge $40 a yoke. How many yoke do you want? Well, if he says he recommends at least 3, I'm going to pick 3. I use my number key to type in I-13, and it now tells me I spent $120. Which item would you like to buy next? I'm going to go food. He says, I recommend taking at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. I see that you have 5, okay? You need flour, sugar, bacon, and coffee. My price is 20 cents a pound. Again, if he recommends 200 pounds a person, I'm gonna do my 200 times 5, which would be 1,000. And I'm just kind of going along by his suggestions. You certainly don't have to. 3, clothing. How many sets of clothing? Again, I'm just gonna pick a random number here so I can keep it moving. How much ammunition do you want? Ammunition is extremely important. So I'm going to buy 20 boxes. Okay. And spare parts. Spare parts can be, extremely important as well. That's basically in case something on your wagon breaks. So I'm going to add those so that I can keep moving. At this point, I don't need to buy any more items. And so it says press the space bar to leave. Well, then you're ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. Press the space bar. As you can see, the graphics are fantastic. The music is even better. Okay. And then it gives you a status report. It tells you I'm leaving on June 1st. The weather is warm. Health is good. The pace is steady. The rations are filling. You can change any of those settings as you go through here. So where it says change pace, you can go faster, you can go slower. Where it says change food rations, you can have people eat more, you can have people eat less, you can stop to rest. So you have all of those different options as you're going along, okay? You can talk to people for hints, all of those kinds of things. And those things will come up every so often as you get to different parts where you can stop. So I'm gonna start traveling. Okay, and you can see my date starts moving. It tells me what the weather is. It tells me how the health of my people are. It tells me how many pounds of food I have left. It tells me when I get to the next landmarks. It says we're now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? Yes or no? I'll type in yes just so you can see. Okay. Shows you the Kansas River. Press spacebar to go back to the game. Okay. And so now you can just kind of keep going on your way. It says you must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 613 feet across and it's 2.8 feet deep in the river. When you get to these rivers, you're going to have to make choices about what you want to do. You're going to have to decide, how you want to cross that river. And so those decisions are, different things that you're going to have to make as you go. Now, I'm going to kind of stop it here at this point. And because I don't want to show you, I want you to see from here on, what happens as you go. You do have the ability to hunt as you go through, and there will be different places when the options come up of all the things you can do. One will say hunt for food. Hunting for food is really important to replenish your food. You are going to have to figure it out a little bit. All your hunting is going to be done with your arrow keys to move and your space bar to shoot. It's not super easy, but I have no doubt that you'll figure it out. So again, that is just a short video to share with you on how to get started with the Oregon Trail game. Good luck with it and have some fun with it. And don't forget to answer your questions with detail, because I do want to read those and really see kind of what you learn from playing the game. I hope you make it to Oregon. I'll be honest, it's not easy to do so, especially with all 5 of your family members surviving. So don't be surprised. And also good luck when you get to the river at the very end. When you get there, you'll know what I mean. Have fun.